Okay, stop everything you're doing. Seriously, I need you to listen to me. You know that whole rise and grind thing, the 4 a.m. alarms, the endless hustle culture? It's a total scam. It's a trap. And it's not just failing to make you rich, it's actually making you poorer. Today, I'm going to show you the cheat code, a way to build wealth that everyone else will call lazy. But you and we're going to know it's a secret superpower.
No, I am dead serious. Put down the energy drink. Stop trying to crush it. We're all running on this hamster wheel, sweating and getting exhausted. For what? It's burning you out. It's not building your future. I mean, think about it for a second. If just raw, back-breaking work made people rich, every single construction worker would be a billionaire, right? But they're not. So what's the real secret?
This slide pretty much says it all. Over on the left, that's you. That's us. Stuck in traffic, your heart pounding before a big meeting, just running and running on that hamster wheel. And on the right, that's Warren Buffett. The man is worth over $100 billion, and his biggest decision of the day is probably cherry Coke or regular. He's reading, he's chilling, he's practically napping. And while you're stressing out, he's making more money in his sleep than you could in 10 lifetimes. Yeah, it feels completely unfair.
And here's why. It's because you and Buffett are playing two totally different games. You're playing work harder. He's playing the sleep well loop. In his game, doing nothing isn't lazy. It's a genius-level move. It is the single most powerful, most profitable thing you can possibly do. And you don't need some fancy degree to play. You just need to learn the right way to be lazy.
So how does this whole magic trick work? Well, to get it, we need to talk about something that you probably have in your house right now. Something that's building an entire empire for you with zero effort on your part. That's right, we're going to go look under your bed.
Just think about it. What happens to that space under your bed when you just ignore it? You don't clean it, you don't organize it, you basically pretend it doesn't even exist. Something kind of magical starts to happen.
Look at this. It all starts with one tiny, single speck of lint. Then that little speck silently grabs a stray hair, and that little clump attracts more dust. And then, without you doing a single thing, it grows into a massive empire of fluff. You didn't build it, you ignored it. Your laziness was literally its secret ingredient.
And that, my friend, is the dust bunny effect. And guess what? Your money does the exact same thing. The nerds on Wall Street, they call it compound interest, but all it really means is your money is secretly making little money babies while you're out living your life. And the most important rule? It grows the biggest when you leave it the heck alone.
Okay, so if it's that easy, why isn't everybody a billionaire? Well, because there's a villain in this story, and that villain is staring right back at you in the mirror. It's inside your head. See, our brains are hardwired to be absolutely terrible with money. Your brain isn't some supercomputer, it's more like a hyperactive, terrified little squirrel.
Just look at this slide. On the left, you've got the squirrel. The market dips like 5% and he is screaming, mashing the sell button. He hears about some hot new crypto coin and throws all his money at it. He's always busy, always stressed, and yep, always broke. But Buffett? He's the sloth. He finds a big, strong tree branch, think Apple or Coca-Cola, and just hangs on. Storms come, winds blow, he doesn't care. He's just chilling. And while that squirrel is frantically losing all its nuts, the sloth is getting rich.
Buffett literally gave us the cheat code right here. He said the stock market isn't about being smart versus being dumb. It's a machine specifically built to take money from people who can't sit still and just give it to people who can't. It's a wealth transfer from the twitchy squirrels to the patient sloths.
And this leads to my absolute favorite story of all time. This is 100% true. A giant investment company called Fidelity did this huge study to find out who their best performing investors were. They dug through all the data, looking for some secret genius, some master trader. But the group that made the most money? Well, the answer is just insane.
The best investors were dead. I am not kidding you. They had passed away, and their accounts were just sitting there, completely untouched for years. No panic selling, no dumb emotional moves, just pure, silent dust bunny growth. They won because they were physically unable to mess it all up.
And you want to know who the second best group was? People who had forgotten their passwords. Just let that sink in for a second. The greatest investment strategy on planet Earth is to either be dead or have a really bad memory. Why? Because they couldn't get in the way. They couldn't hit the panic button. They let the dust bunny do its magic. The biggest threat to your financial future is you.
All right, so how do we act like we're dead without, actually being dead? It is time to get practical. We need to build a fortress, a system that is so strong it can protect your money from the dumbest person you know, you.
So first, you have to realize there are two of you. There's Sunday morning you, you're calm, you're smart, sipping coffee, thinking about the future, and then there's Friday night you, stressed, exhausted, maybe you had one too many spicy tacos, and you're ready to make terrible, impulsive decisions. Friday night you is a toddler with a chainsaw. We cannot let that person anywhere near your money. The entire goal is for smart you to build a system that dumb you can't possibly.
So here it is, the dead guy plan. It's just 3 simple steps. Step 1, automate. Set it up so a piece of your paycheck automatically goes into your investments. That money is working for you before you can even think about spending it on those late-night tacos. Step 2, don't try to pick the winning horse, buy the whole racetrack. Get a simple S&P 500 index fund, boom. You're now a part owner of the 500 biggest, baddest companies in America. And step 3, this is the most important one. Delete the app from your phone. Make it hard for that toddler with the chainsaw to get in and wreck everything.
Okay, this all sounds pretty great when the sun is shining and everyone's making money. But now we have to face the final boss. The real test of your character. It's that moment when the world looks like it's completely on fire. The market crash.
Picture it, you did everything right. You automated, you bought the index fund, you completely ignored it. And then one day you peak, and you've hit it, $100,000. You feel like a king, you feel like a financial genius.
And then you wake up the next day and bam, this is your screen. Your 100 grand is now 60. $40,000. That's an entire car, a down payment on a house, just vanished. It feels like a physical punch to the gut. And every news channel is just screaming the word crash.
This right here is the moment of truth. Your ancient caveman brain, your tiger brain is going absolutely nuts. It is screaming at you, danger, run, sell everything, save what's left. And every single part of you thinks that's the smart, responsible thing to do. But in this game, your instincts are your absolute worst enemy. So what do? You do the exact opposite of what your screaming brain wants. You go shopping. Seriously, think about it. If your favorite pair of sneakers was suddenly 40% off, would you panic and run out of the store? Of course not. You'd probably buy 2 pairs. A market crash is just a fire sale. All the best companies in the world are on a massive discount. This is the moment you follow Buffett's other rule: be greedy when others are fearful.
And when you finally truly get this, you see what the real prize is. The whole point of the Sleep Wealth Loop isn't just to get a big pile of money, it's to buy the one thing that money can actually give you: freedom.
In the end, it all just comes down to this simple choice. Are you going to be the hare, frantically chasing after meme stocks and get-rich-quick nonsense, only to burn out and lose it all? Or are you going to be the tortoise? You play the long, slow, kind of boring game. You set it, you forget it, and you take a nap. The hare gets a few cheap thrills, but the tortoise is the one who wakes up a million.
So I'm going to leave you with this one last thought. Our entire culture has wired our brains to believe that if something is hard, it must be valuable, and if something is easy, it's got to be worthless. But what if that's the biggest lie we've ever been told? What if the single most powerful strategy for building a life of total freedom is also the simplest and the laziest? What if the real secret to winning is just to set everything up perfectly and then master the beautiful art of doing absolutely nothing?